We were drawn to Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin's tumultuous relationship on Love and Hip Hop New York, since it has seen many highs and lows, including family issues and psychological distress. They had been together for 15 years until Chrissy abruptly ended things just when they appeared to be getting out of hand. Make the assumption that it is late at night. Jim Jones and Brooke Bailey walk inside the elegant hotel restaurant where Chrissy is enjoying a tasty supper. Since it was the first time she and Jim had ever spoken, Chrissy tried to keep her cool and focus on her meal. Had been dating since she ended her relationship with him, but things quickly became unmanageable. The following individuals were present when the verbal argument turned into a violent altercation. Shocked, as it was clear that they still had strong feelings and unsolved issues together despite the sudden split, Jim troubled Chrissy when she chose to leave, despite her best efforts to stay composed and seem as though he wasn't even there. He also drew attention to a statement that Chrissy said on Instagram after they split up, saying, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." Jim grinned and tore this comment at Chrissy as she attempted to flee. It was like her proclamation of independence, and many said that Jim's disdain had deeply wounded Chrissy when they parted ways. Jim's behavior pushed Chrissy over the edge, and they ended up yelling at each other as she tried to leave the restaurant. More than just verbal reports were made by witnesses, and some even mentioned physical touch. Before staff intervened, imagine the chaos, but tensions were already high. As Jim stayed calm and continued his dinner with Brooke Bailey, Chrissy left with an upset expression on her face. All of this quickly spread on social media as supporters and detractors expressed their views on X, formerly Twitter, and Chrissy's supporters on Instagram praised her for ending her relationship with Jim and criticized his actions. Some even saw their 15-year separation as a watershed in her psychological growth. Other people attacked Jim because they didn't like his actions. Another admirer said that Jim's ridicule of her comments showed his immaturity, while another said that she should respect Chris's boundaries. Had split from one another a long time ago. Contrary to popular belief, staying too long is the cause of this turmoil and would soon make up, but when suspicions of Jim and Brooke Bailey started to spread, the situation spiraled out of control. Many people inquired as to whether Jim and Chrissy were still together after Jim's involvement in dinner with Brooke was perceived as a snub to her. Chrissy, meanwhile, has remained mostly quiet. She just published a few mysterious lines that implied she was done with Jim, but one post in particular resonated with fans and confirmed her resolute statement. Only by creating can you predict your future. Chrissy's choice to break up with Jim has received positive feedback from fans, especially those who have followed her over the years and seen her highs and lows. It has been seen by many as proof of Chrissy's will to move on. Because Jim's mother, Mama Jones, has always had strong opinions, the Jim and the Chrissy saga has always been unique and dramatic. Their continued cooperation shows how committed they are to maintaining her emotional and mental well-being, even though Chrissy defied convention when she proposed to Jim even. Given that Jim's engagement was genuine, but the wedding never happened, fans are always interested in what will happen to him. Chrissy, they even participated in an FE reunion, Love Hub edition, and a marital boot camp, so you could sense the strain. Chrissy has publicly complained about Jim's rejection of her. Since then, it has been an emotional roller coaster that has left many people unable to stop watching because it has had both intense highs and devastating lows. Most recent drama, everybody wants to know what will occur. Are Jim and Chrissy going to try to patch things up? Or is Brooke Bailey still involved? Jim has not spoken out in public, while Chrissy appears to be concentrating on herself, declaring that she is over the relationship problems. Throughout dinner, he raised eyebrows and left everyone wondering what he had done, giving the impression that he had no remorse. Jim's most recent episode and the complexity of love, loss, and personal development are illustrated by Chrissy's story. Chrissy broke up with Jim after 15 years of dating, but she also did so for other reasons. As she takes back her identity and creates a better future, Jim's behavior raises the question of whether he is ready to change or whether he will continue to make the same mistakes. Fans are enthralled with the tension between Chrissy and Jim is getting more intense, and it doesn't seem like their story will end. How close they are and how much their relationship has changed over the years makes it difficult to predict if they'll reunite. They should conclude this chapter completely, despite the belief of some that they may still make apologies. While Jim is everywhere, some people think Chrissy is dedicated to her current path of independence and self-improvement, where he can be with Brooke Bailey one moment and then deny Chrissy's claims the next. When will this drama be over, amicably or unexpectedly? Fans of Anything Could Happen have been enthralled with Jim and Chrissy's emotional roller coaster for the past 15 years, but Chrissy is resolved to let go of the toxic energies and move on. Downs can't tell if this is the end or just another unanticipated development, even if they make up or go public. Blast, particularly with Brooke Bailey aboard. There appears to be more turmoil on the horizon. Be cautious. This narrative differs greatly from Over.